Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's John. I'm back here with another video, and today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite players in the NBA, that being Nick Claxton of the Brooklyn Nets. And yes, he's on my favorite team for now because, nigga, I don't really know, like, if I can be a fan of a team that's, like, ran like a slave plantation. I don't know. But Nick Claxton, the dude has been just blossoming this year. He's leading the league in field goal percentage. He's one of the league leaders in blocks. The dude could either win most improved player or he can win defensive player of the year. That's what we're looking at right now. And I'm not trying to hype him up or anything. If you watch the Brooklyn Nets game, if your team has played against the Brooklyn Nets, you know who the fuck Nick Claxton is. The Clax Penitentiary. That's what we call it. And the dude, when he first came into the league, he had injury problems and he missed, I think, all of his first season with the Brooklyn Nets. But we still had Jared Allen at the time, and he was just seen as this project that we had. He was a switchable big, but he wasn't like a Bam Adebayo, but he wasn't like Jared Allen. He was like a combination between both. Even though Bam is better and has a more polished game, Jared Allen is still not better than Bam Adebayo. But I'd say both of them are better than Nick Claxton, but we might be seeing him emerge as a very good player. Not an all-star. Maybe not yet. We don't really know. But I'm here to talk about if Nick Claxton will win most improved player or defensive player of the year. Now, he can win most improved player. I think that's a little bit more feasible because you have people like Rudy Gobert, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and whoever guard that they're going to put into the mix. Maybe Grant Williams this year. Not Grant Williams, Robert Williams, because he didn't win it last year because they only gave it to Marcus Smart because he begged for it, whatever. But Nick Claxton has this swag about him every single time that he goes to the rim and dunks the ball. He puts the ball on the floor now because usually he would just hang around the rim. And when we had Harden, like him and Hart was like, bro, that was like Kobe and Shaq right there. Like when it came to lobs with the pick and roll. But now he's catching way more lobs now than he did back when Harden, because I don't know what it is. The dude is just, he's insane. He literally dunked on LeBron for the game winner last year at that Christmas game, Nets versus Lakers. And that's what a lot of people recognize him from. But the dude been dunking on dudes. He been catching lobs over dudes. He's literally on his DeAndre Jordan shit. Prime DeAndre Jordan. And it's crazy how a player can go from being injured and having all these questions surrounding him to where he's finally healthy and he's on the court and he's just dominating on the defensive end and on the offensive end. Some nights he's our second best player because if Kevin Durant is off, Kyrie's on. If Kyrie's off, Kevin Durant's on. And Nick Claxton is just that second option. Sometimes he's the third because Ben Simmons wasn't shooting. Ben Simmons, he has to get back to where he's going to be. I don't know what he's going to be, but I think he's going to get back. But Nick Claxton has really taken a leap this year, and you're going to have many people that's going to be going for defensive player of the year, but I think most improved player of the year is a little bit more feasible for him because sometimes a no name can actually win it, but only people of name value can win defensive player of the year. That's the reason why Marcus Smart won it. But Claxton, he's an irritant. And what I mean by that is that if you ever notice when he's on the court, he's always getting into the other center's head. He's always irritating them. He's always talking shit. That's Nick Claxton, bro. If you ever have watched enough Brooklyn Nets games, you would know Nick Claxton gets into the head of other centers. He is annoying. He talks a lot of shit. He's like Desmond Bain, but or he's like Desmond Bain or Dylan Brooks in like a center's body. He was skinny now and he put on some muscle. I hate how people over exaggerate how much muscle NBA players can put on. These people have no idea anything about fitness or nutrition. The dude probably put on 5 pounds of muscle. He didn't put on 15, 10, or 20. That's ridiculous. But he put on some muscle. He cut his dreads. Maybe it was the dreads that was holding him back. I don't know. But the dude has come into this season with a purpose, revenge on his mind. Because in that Bucks series in 2021, he got DNP. And he didn't play. He didn't get a chance to really defend Giannis. It was Blake Griffin and Jeff Green. And he had to come behind Andre Drummond last year. And he has to prove to everybody that he's a starting caliber center. Everybody was saying, oh, we need a real center. We need a real center. And in Nick Claxton's mind, he is the real center. He is the real center. The dude went from averaging 8 points last year to averaging 12 now, which if he can get that up to 16 or 15, I can see him winning it. He was averaging 5 rebounds last season. Now he's averaging 9. And he's averaging, 2.6 blocks? The dude is going insane while leading the league in field goal percentage. Albeit those dunks, but he has good footwork now. He used to be one of these players like Day'Ron Sharpe that just threw some shit up at the rim. He was just scared to have the ball in his hands and feel like since he's at the rim, now he has to shoot it. He's gotten better with his free throws. Lord, he has. Because, damn, he might have cost us 2 games in the Celtics series. I'm just going to keep it a buck. But he's gotten better at free throw shooting. He's not great, but he's better than last season. So, Nick Claxton, I think the dude can really win Most Improved Player. I don't know if he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. That's just shooting for the stars. That's reaching, maybe. He has the capability to win it, but the media votes for it, and the media is full of jackasses that don't even watch the games. So it's crazy how all these players can have their names just thrown into this conversation, and I'm just throwing his name into there because he deserves to have it in there. We're not talking about a rookie. We're not talking about a sophomore. We're talking about someone who's been in the league for a while now, who has been unhealthy, who hasn't really had a chance to show himself to be that guy because he always had a bigger name in front of him. Jared Allen, DeAndre Jordan, Andre Drummond. Now it's just him. Now he's the starting center. We don't need a starting center. He is the starting center. He's switchable. He can switch on to anybody. He can block shots out on the perimeter. He's the guy that you can put on to Jason Tatum. Sure, he might get bullied a little bit, but who doesn't? Who the fuck can contain Giannis? Who can contain Joel Embiid? They cancel each other out if they play each other. But Nick Claxton, y'all watch out for him. Most Improved Player of the Year. Peace.